Oh, we are live. We are live. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having a great week. I wanted to jump on live here to talk about a topic that I hear from clients all the time. And that is, and let me know if you relate to this at all, because you're not alone. And maybe you felt this in January when you sort of had your start fresh year and you're getting back to routine and back to focusing on you, is that your this feeling that your family and or loved ones and or people close to you are not supportive. Who's ever felt that? Okay, give me a thumbs up or high five below. You just feel like you're doing this, you're super excited about it, you're doing it for you, and those close to you and around you are not supportive of your journey. Okay, let me know in the comments below. Even if you're doing the replay, put hashtag replay and let me know. Give me a thumbs up or yes. Okay. If we have not met, my name is Moni. I am the founder and creator of the 3M system to rev your over 40 metabolism. This is the Moni Meta Boosting Group, not to be confused with Mares and Svelte. I know a lot of you guys are in here that are part of that community as well, and that's totally cool. You're welcome to snoop around. Okay, I am, however, a functional nutritionist. I'm also a functional fitness expert, and I work specifically with women in their 40s and 50s, active women that want to reconnect with themselves, lose the hormonal energy zapping fluff, hormonal zapping. That would be amazing. Hormonal zapping. Okay, but I am not the creator of the Meta Boost. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys get confused with the different groups, but again, you're welcome to stay. And today we are talking about our support system and those around us, and how can we get them on board, right? And sort of in tune with what we're doing. And a lot of times, if we have a partner, maybe they would like to up level their nutrition and their fitness and feel amazing in their 40s and 50s and 60s as well, or we would really love that for them. But again, please remember this and write this down. Your journey is your own, and what your partner and loved ones and besties and what they do is their own journey, first and foremost. Would we love to inspire them with what we're doing? Sure. Would we love to motivate them with what we're doing? Absolutely. Would we like to have a partner in crime to do it with us when we're going in the middle of our winter to ground ourselves in nature on those walks? Yes. But it may be there, but it might not be there. Could be met with some resistance. Okay. So when we start, and I say this to clients, okay, I'm going to talk to you like, again, I'm a mentor, not necessarily a coach, I'm a mentor. When we're talking about our own journey, it is time to really set some clear boundaries and to protect those boundaries for yourself fiercely. Say this client, we should be checking in with ourselves daily. It is not selfish. Even when, it'd be amazing if we lived in this bubble, but we don't. But even on those days when we feel pulled in a million directions, put in a post-it note, put a reminder on your phone. How are you? What do you need? Some days it's Doritos, some days it's a nap, some days it's getting outside, some days it's a laugh or a hug. Okay, what do you need? And this is also a time when you're up-leveling your nutrition and fitness and learning a hormone-centered approach to rev your metabolism and lose those inches, to remember that no one can make you feel anything that you don't allow yourself to feel. No one can make you feel anything that you don't allow yourself to feel. And a part of setting boundaries is deciding for yourself how far you're going to allow other people's opinions and behaviors to affect your experiences and choices. First and foremost, that's a decision that you get to make, not them. Okay, so let's go over a couple strategies that I share with clients around, getting friends and family on board. Number one and foremost is explaining exactly what you're doing and why. Okay. The absence of information, then people start making up what they think it is, or in this scenario about up leveling your nutrition and fitness and losing weight and gaining energy and understanding hormones, right away they may be thinking worst case scenario. oh my God, she's never going to have a glass of wine again. Oh my gosh, she's never going to eat pizza again. They may assume that they're going to be eating nothing but broccoli and brown rice for the next 6 months. Okay. And you're doing it and you expect them to do the same. Worst case scenario. Okay. Pause. I'm in it live, please. Okay. Thank you. PDD here in our household. They may also assume that things like fun things and activities like going out for dinner or sharing popcorn at the movies is never going to happen again. Again, worst case scenario assumptions trigger a fear that tends to get people right away passively in the negative. So the best way to prevent this is if we are fully open and transparent and letting them know exactly what we're doing, what may change, what will not change, and how much you want them to be an important part of this journey that you're on is key. Explain to themselves, and then ask them what worries or reservations that they have. Okay, this is your turn to listen. You don't have to decide based on what they're telling you. Okay, oh, you're just doing another thing. This is just going to be another thing that you're doing. You're going to fall off the wagon. If it's a feedback like that, then we need to talk. Okay, because now more than ever in your 40s and 50s and 60s, the on and off has to stop. It has to stop because it's damaging your metabolism more and more and more, making it harder and harder and harder for you to get to your goals. And that includes the Start Fresh Monday. Okay, a little bit of a squirrel brain, but we're going to come back. So explaining to them, okay, and and they might say something like, well, you don't need to lose weight. And I love you just the way you are. And why are you wasting your time with this? And you have to say to them in the most loving, supportive way, thank you, but this is why I'm doing it for me. Okay, this is why I feel like this will be different. I have a coach. I have a personalized one-to-one. I talk to her every 4 weeks. Okay, like we do in weekly. We have a weekly accountability and check-ins. We have a Q&A session every week. Again, what we do in the 3M system. Number 2, for getting family and friends and loved ones on board is getting them involved. This is a great one with kids. Okay, if you have older kids or younger kids, doesn't matter, if anyone living at home, getting them involved so they don't feel like things are going to be pushed onto them, especially in the meal front, like you were having to eat this, okay? But, seeking out new restaurants to try together that offer maybe healthier options, or asking for their help in the kitchen, or asking for help with meal planning and ideas, and, going through some strategy. And again, meal planning doesn't mean spending hours on Sunday in the kitchen. Can you hear my kitten? Keeping it real here. In the Mojo Moni community, my kitten is chasing its little ball. But it doesn't mean hours in the kitchen unless you want to. Okay, it could just be sitting with a piece of paper, writing down. I include my kids a lot into meal planning because we do a lot of performance nutrition, okay, with sports. Okay. The third one I'll say, okay, so being open and honest about what you're doing, talking to them about it, talking about their reservations. Number 2 is getting them involved at their level. Okay, at the level that they're willing to help. Number 3 is letting them have their own journey. Again, I mentioned this at the top, and especially if we have a partner, a loved one, a friend, BFF that you feel maybe isn't doing the healthiest things for them, it can be hard to watch, especially when you want to do what's best for you and focus on you and your fitness and your journey, feeling strong and powerful and confident, whatever that means to you, and working on the upstairs and epigenetics and the self-sabotage and everything that we do in the 3M. And again, just letting them have their own journey is tough, but it's their own. Okay. And you can be open and honest and lead by example. And depending on your relationship with them, therapists, any therapist here can pipe up, or counselors, you can have that conversation, but their journey is their own. We have to remember that. Okay. Don't let it deter you from what you would love to accomplish. Okay. Number 4 is that, and this is a big one, remember that no one can make you feel anything. especially when we're open and honest and trying to ask for help. Maybe like, listen, it's really important for me to go and get outside in nature, and I would like to do that after dinner. So if you guys can clean up and for dinner and put the dishes away and start the dishwasher, that would be amazing. And sometimes people are willing to help and sometimes they're not, right? And they've put this sense of being unhelpful, unsupported, sometimes even hostile and guilt onto us, and maybe even sabotage. Okay, who's ever been a part of that? Okay, unknowingly, usually it's unconsciously, they're just trying to sabotage you, right? It's like trying to quit smoking and then your partner's outside smoking, or you're trying, bringing home McDonald's, whatever it may be. Okay, but again, this is a time to create those clear boundaries and hold them fiercely to your own. And remember that no one can make you feel anything that you don't feel yourself. Like I said earlier, okay, that decision you make, not them. Okay, hold that power for yourself. Hold that power. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. When getting family and friends on board in your journey, okay, I don't think this is talked often enough. But when you're getting ready to talk to someone in your life about, some up-leveling that you're supposed to do, change comes with resistance. This does not like the word change. It seeks pleasure and comfort and survival. Okay, it does not change. But again, explain exactly what you're doing. Ask them for help and support, and be very specific about what you need from them and what you would maybe like for them to do in a very gentle way, and why. And if they're along for the ride, great. If they're not, again, that's their own journeys. Think about ways to get them involved. Okay, doing it alone is hard. Okay, that's why we are very big on our 3M community, and you're not one of 1,000. We keep the group small, one of 30 or 20 of you at a time, so that we have those touch points, so you don't feel alone and your voice feels heard. Okay, don't pressure, nag, or judge them for what they're doing. Their journey is their own. Remember that you get to decide how you feel at all times. Okay. Let me know if you feel that was helpful. I'm trying to find back my Facebook. If you felt that was helpful anyway, and that sort of gave you a little bit like, yes, this makes sense, Moni. I get it. Okay. This is the stuff that we need. Yeah, we can follow the meal plan. We can do the HIIT workouts. We can journal what we're grateful for every day. But it's all the things up here and working with our environment to really make this sustainable, so that this 2023 can be your most amazing year. Okay. If you are in our Facebook group tomorrow, look out for a little bit of an offer. It'll be a I think it's like hot pink note asking you to rate something from a scale of 1 to 10. I'm excited for this one. So look out for that. And then until then, have an amazing, amazing Friday. Let me know what your big takeaway was too in the comments. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.